Did you say the hoes are laughing?
Gordon doesn't need to hear all this. He's a highly trained professional.
You know, if you look at game development on a surface level, it can be overwhelming. A mountain of black magic and technobabble, digital tomes packed with decades of knowledge and rapidly expanding concepts, nearly incomprehensible. But the more and more studying you do, the more you demystify the process. These things were built by people, and as a person yourself, you're capable of learning them too. At least, that's what I tell myself. And then I played Quod, and I went, what the f***, dude? Quod, or is it Quod? Anyway, Quod is a bite-sized FPS, a Quake-like that harkens back to the glory days of brush-based FPS gaming and the once burgeoning demo scene. The best era, debatably. And yes, you read that title correctly. This mighty little game is all folded neatly into a single 64 kilobyte package. For reference, Quod could fit onto a PlayStation 1 memory card twice. The game was created by a fellow named Daivuk, or is it Daivuk?
David!
You know, I don't know how to pronounce anything. I do know how to pronounce bike, a word that rhymes with like, as in go ahead and like this video. Daivuk started developing the core concept around 10 years ago, but in the last year or so, really locked in, and out comes baby Quod. It's available on itch.io right now for the asking price of $2. You can give more, of course, but this price was completely fair, so I sent it. There are 3 levels with a final boss room. The game took me around 12 minutes to complete the first time, and about 15 on the second run to search around for secrets. Oh yeah, there are plenty of those scattered about. You have 4 weapons to play with. A big, boxy, semi-auto rifle, a nail gun equivalent, a wonderful shotgun with the coolest little bit-crushed reload sound effect. And of course, a hatchet, just like our boy Ranger. Enemies include a hooded infantryman. I called him Shy Guy. There's a big, mechanized orc-type heavy. I referred to him as Big Green. Not that one. There's a floating skull key thingy. I called it Ozempic Actress. And there's a final boss, which looks like a Burger King rubbish bin fused with a computer terminal. It's nothing revolutionary, but the designs are cute and a charming throwback to NPCs of yesteryear. Also packed into the game is water to swim around in, a full array of sound effects and music, animated 3D models, and of course a touching tribute to the cat Mew Mew. R.I.P. Mew Mew. So how did this guy do it?
It's the guy watching his Twitch.
The guy made his own texturing tool in which he could create a texture out of layers. In those layers, he can create his own parameters, such as copy source, bevel, fill color, and so forth. Crafting your own custom texturing tool to make little 16-byte mirrored textures is super impressive, and the results look fantastic. Now, to an experienced developer or programmer, maybe this is doable, but to someone like me, this is amazing. In particular, I love how he uses beveling to create a sunken look to the textures, as well as the use of light decals to make emissive layers. This gives the environments extra flourish, like glowing lights, monitors, and the red eyes of an enemy, like the Kerberos Panzerkops. He also used pre-computed probe lighting, in which little probes that they kind of look like golf balls are placed at 64 unit intervals. The probes trace nearby lights, and over a dozen rays can bounce from each golf ball. If the ray hits a wall, they'll seek out a nearby light. It's pretty nifty. The levels were designed in Trenchbroom, the legendary map editor for Quake engine-based games. For you young bucks, this was from the era when developers wanted you to have fun with their tools. Nowadays it's, well,
Fuck you, pay me.
for the 3D models, the UV, vertex position, and bones are all crunched into only 4 bytes or 32 bits. Daivuk then crafted his own model timeline for animations, where poses and keyframes can be lerped. Lerp, or linear interpolation, is used to smooth value transitions, such as position or rotation, helping to create the illusion of an easing effect. The textures, sound effects, and 3D models all generate on launch. Oh, and on the audio, like the texture work, the sound design for the game is done in layers. None of the effects are incredible or iconic in the way that the door in Doom would be, for instance, but they get the job done and they keep the action lively and punchy. Daivuk also created his own program for the music of Quod, which is just so damn cool. And what's even more incredible is that each so-called instrument is simply one of the sound effects pitched to the right note per that program. The sound effects are plugged into bars, and his program plays those bars in groups of 4 to make the desired song. How awesome, man! In researching how everything is compressed to fit, I was positively dazzled. That's right, dazzled. Again, to a high-level programmer, perhaps this is day-to-day stuff, but to a strict amateur such as myself, watching someone draw out unused string characters to save bytes is just fascinating. It's truly an art form, and I bit my lip like Beavis in excitement when thinking about the space being saved. He made this game without procedural generation as well, and there are other cost-saving techniques too, such as a little script to optimize shaders. The script Daivuk wrote replaces all variable names with single letters, as well as replacing specific input sequences with keywords. Beyond this, Daivuk also developed his own script, Quod script, to avoid the byte wasting of C++. Now, I'm gonna be honest, this is a bit of a hard stop for me. This is kind of at the limits of my knowledge. I got to reading about this stuff and my ears started leaking brain. So, for further explanation, go watch Daivuk's behind the scenes video where he details this process at a granular level. I've put it in the description below. I've watched the video probably 4 times now, and I encourage you to check it out. Drop a like while you're there. Tell him Hypertension Johnny sent you. I don't have a discount code or anything, it just seems like the nice thing to do. I don't know. Now, how did the guy deliver this game all in a single file? Well, that's easy. It's actually not easy. I just wanted to sound smart for a second, you know, look cool in front of the guys. Anyway, as I understand it, all the assets are stored as byte arrays right in the code in a constant. But alright, enough of this nerd bullshit. Star Trek and Smash Bros. Is Quod any fun to play? The technical specs aren't that important if the game sucks. Good news, it doesn't. It's not a hardcore circle-strafing blood and guts fiesta, but damn it, I had a great time playing this game. It's good, simple fun. It's not difficult, but enemies can definitely fuck you up if you get lazy, and I had to reload a level once. Now, to be fair, that's because I fell off the map trying to reach some ammo, but still. Quod isn't meant to meet the standards of Quake, Doom, Dusk or Wolf 3D, as it's almost more of a proof of concept, but for a snack-sized sampling, it's a damn fun time for what it is, and I really hope this dude feels compelled to expand on this in the future. I'll definitely be there with 2 shiny George Washingtons for you, my man, perhaps more than that. Now, you might be asking, why aren't all games optimized like Quad? Well, in a happy, ideal world, it would be wonderful if the average big-budget FPS slop was crunched into a more manageable size, but you have to understand a few things. Firstly, the assets that these major studios are working with are huge and costly memory-wise. Secondly, unoptimized games don't stem from a lack of desire on the dev team's part. I'm sure the top-level programmers and artists would love to put the kind of time and effort needed to strip down and compress their games a bit more. But the people with the money, the ones bereft of all talent or aptitude, invest in these big companies. The big company then says, "Okay, team, make this game." And at certain intervals, the talentless money men begin rapping at the door, asking where their product is. We gotta get a return on our investment here. The team says, "Hey, we need another 6 months to optimize and fix bugs," and the company says, "Tough shit, game comes out in November." The game releases unfinished, the company sort of downplays that fact, and the game gets quietly patched into completion all the while. Public opinion cools, and we find our new thing to hate, at which time the old thing keeps on selling. All it takes is for us to fold our arms and not reach for our wallets. But since the average person's self-control is null, this cycle continues to perpetuate itself, so however you want to pronounce it, go play Quad or Quod. Throw Daivuk a few dollars. Throw Daivuk a few dollars. Whatever. He deserves it. And then go download Unreal Tournament 2004, which is free now. Yes, flat cannons.